Hello everyone, Praise Scooter here. Welcome back to more of Tears of the Kingdom. Last time, I admittedly found a way to fill an entire episode with repeat content because I forgot what I did approximately 12 hours prior. But today, hopefully, we'll have some actual progress. Well, it's an excuse to get more arrows at least. Because man, are we gonna need arrows. That's kind of a... I've mentioned it before, but that is kind of a major crutch of the game. Is like, you need arrows for unfathomably so much of this game. Now, I'm going to attempt to use this flying mobile. I'm going to attempt to fly this mobile. It is not off the ground, so it cannot fly. And unfortunately, like, holding it over the edge won't give me won't give me that edge to get it up in the air. Butts. Alright. Alright. I'm dumb. Just... Actually, no, wait. There's the car over here. Let me go steal a car. Dude, where's my car? Stolen. But yeah, we're gonna grab that car that I rightfully disabled. Because it was going to run me over. I'm going to grab that car, and we're going to use it to forge a path into the depths. Mainly just so we can go get closer to the one shrine I've highlighted towards the south. Yep. Man, what did you make this out of? I don't think this is a standard issue thing. But yeah, these vehicles you're seeing here, I think you can make something like this. Pretty sure you can make things like this. Now, if this thing had rockets on it, oh boy. Now, something to bring up is with most vehicles, not all, but most vehicles. Well, we're going now. With most vehicles. Jiminy Crescent. Well, found a Lightroot. With most vehicles, you can create them as you wish from whatever resources and all that jazz. You can make almost any vehicle you see. And whatnot. But I think there might be a handful of vehicles that you just cannot recreate. That's only a handful of them, too, though. It's not like every vehicle is like, oh, hey, I found this vehicle. Can I recreate this on the surface? No? Well, then it's dead to me. My apologies. Didn't mean to show that whole cutscene. I just wanted to get a drink in. So there may have been something a little bit north of us. And east of that Yiga encampment. Angery. So, let's see if we can't head north again. It's scalable. It's not that bad. Let's head north again. And then we'll, again, continue our journey back to the south to scope out most of the land. Scope out the land to the point where we can get kind of a feel for where the bottom edge of the world is. Now, pulling back the curtain on this exploration in the depths, just piecing it together in my head, like... oh, I had a feed? I have a feed. A lot of the stuff with the depths that we're doing, like... This is probably me flexing my social skills to the greatest extent. And keep in mind, those are pretty shallow skills as is. But this is me flexing my social capability as strong as I can to carry on a one-sided conversation. And the depths being of how open, vast, and at some points void of things to do at times to help keep the conversation flowing. I will have moments like this where I'm just like, what say? I will have moments like this. Wait, is that water? Pretty sure that's water. I'm still gonna find out, because I'm gonna go over to that. It'd be better to just reapproach from there. Let me see what's... Oh, that's something over there, too. But yeah, the fact the depths are so vast and devoid at times, like, I do have to flex my capabilities to keep a conversation by myself. So there are going to be points where I'm just going to be grasping at straws about things to talk about, like, and with very little to help push the conversation forward. Oh yeah, it's just straight up a pond with nothing in it. Okay, never mind. Not much to worry about. So, I'll come back to this in just a minute, because I want to get over to this area here now that I can see it, and see if there's anything like a treasure chest hiding in that properly formed area before we continue the thing. So, let me snap away from reality for a little bit, until we get to roughly where, like, a divergent in paths would happen for things we have already done or not done. Okay, so this is roughly where the paths would split apart here. There's an air balloon there. Is there a hole? Sorry, this is just something that popped in my head. I guess I could talk about it because it's something you can do. Dang it, stood it too long. As with most of these, as with most of our entrances to the depths, you know, they're giant holes. And as such, you know, it's a hole in the quote-unquote ceiling that leads to these depths down here. Because, oh yeah, there's treasure chest right there. Awesome. And then we'll continue on our path. Because there's so many holes in the ceiling, if you are able to, like, see a hole in the ceiling and then use an air balloon or other means to go up, you can just go right back up to the surface from the depths. Granted, if you do it in such a way, the game takes a minute to load it. I have actually had it happen where I went from the depths to the mainland surface area a handful of times in this game. I'm just seeing if I can find a Lightroots while I'm sitting down here. There's probably one on the other side of that cliff, on that sheer cliff face, knowing me. Or knowing my luck. But I had it happen a handful of times where it's just like, oh, well, I can see a hole that leads up. Let me just reverse the flow of this rock, or like reverse how I got down here. And the game, like, doesn't take a lot of time to load the depths, which is impressive. But if you try to go back up, it has to take a good minute. Like, we're talking a good literal minute to load in enough of the surface of the proper surface map for it to be like, oh yeah, you're back up. I see another hole in there. Is that a rocket? Okay, what all is here? Is this fire? Yes. Good. I'm gonna use this in, like, now. Just right here. Because we gotta go up this cliff face anyway. Oh. So I'm gonna put this in the blimp. And I'm also going to... I'm gonna pull down a rocket. And... stick onto our shield. Even though I have a feeling I'm going to make a mistake in doing so. Also, let me... Can I just stand up there and do this, by the way? Sorry, I don't want to go through the effort of... Yeah, I can just stand up there and do this. Okay. I don't want to go through the effort of pulling something down just to get Select Fusion again. My idea with this is basically, when I'm done with this weapon, I want to throw it. I'll just... When I'm done with this weapon and I want to... when I finish with this weapon and I just want to get rid of it, I'll just throw it and do that rocket propulsion like from before. Anyway, we're going up. Because what I want is at the top here. A lot of these building structures you see here, where it kind of provides the building materials. I just made the unfortunate realization that I have barely enough Zonai battery power to make it up here, by the way. I'm off. a lot of these like building camps that are scattered about to help you with constructing things to help you traverse the depths a little bit quicker or without fearing the gloom as much. 9 times out of 10, they'll have something nearby for what is the directly visible problem for progression. Keep in mind that when they do make these, they have to think, okay, which degree of the 300 or which of the degree of the 360 degrees that exist between. Wow, you actually ran up a lot of the sheer cliff face. Good job, Link. Which degree of these 360 degrees that this can possibly lead from is the player going to head to once they are done constructing their thing? And then they have to be like, okay, let's put enough materials there to handle all of these possibilities. And because they have to handle so much of these possibilities, because they have to like think about so many of these possibilities that could even remotely happen in a playthrough, sometimes what you want won't be there. So it really is full on just a big old crapshoot to see if you can actually have the materials there to do what you were planning on doing. Oh, they're just fire keys. I was like, wait, what kind of location is that? Also, let me just look down this way. This is gonna happen a lot, by the way, where I'll be looking around and then I'll look back at what's already lit up and go, oh, wait, I can go, and then I'll like stop and go, no, I've already done that. Or I'll be scanning the horizon. Oh, I know where this is. I know where we are. Or I'll be scanning the horizon of the world. Of this world, and I'm like, hey, that's oddly light over there. Why is that oddly light over there? Anyway, Southern Lamathai Labyrinth, or whatever the heck this is. Lame. So, the labyrinths are in this game again. But the labyrinths are... The labyrinths don't hold my favorite armor set in this game. For anybody, this is your pop quiz. What is my favorite armor set in Breath of the Wild? The labyrinths no longer hold my favorite armor set, but these labyrinths are like... What is the best way I can think of it? Everybody well, I guess I came around on Wind Waker eventually, but everyone inexplicably loves Wind Waker, so the best example I can get is the dungeon where you get the fire arrows or the ice arrows, and like all it takes to get to those islands in the first place. That's kind of what I would equate the labyrinths to in this game now. Is like it has... Can I stand here? Yes. It has like one stage. It is like one stage of the adventure where you're trying to get to the place and then exploring the labyrinths on the surface to uncover it. And then the game goes, oh yeah, the labyrinth. Yeah, the labyrinth that's here. The top half fits up there now and points to the sky. And you have to go, how in the bloody goddamn do I get up? Up is not a good direction. How do up? I'm white, I can't jump that high. And then once you figure out how to get up, how to jump up that high. What angle did I see? What angle did I have that I saw this Lightroot, by the way? Once you figure out how to jump that high, that is still the same one I have highlighted from... No, it is not. It is a different one. Once you figure out how to jump that high to get to the labyrinth, up top, and then and you figure out its whole puzzle up there, then it's just like, oh, well, you figure out how to get up here. Cool. Go down. What do you mean go down? Go down. How far down? Yes. Huh. And this is the part of that equation that I just went on about. Because this is a pillar that connects to the surface area, but the way to get to the surface... Can you see through there? No, it's just how I was standing. The pillar that you could see the pillar that connects to the surface part is barred off, and to open it requires you to do something on the sky portion of the labyrinth. Labyrinths still actually still part of my favorite parts of this game, but they are super involved now. Also, did I just see another Lightroot while I was doing a quick flip around? The risk I took was calculated. But boy, am I stupid. Or rather, boy, am I bad math. Hello? Is that it? Oh, that's a camp. I think I'm going to slide around this southern part here. Is there... Oh, no, I remember now what this is. Jesus, we still have this whole go west still. This is very involved. Like I said, the depths are going to be very involved. So there's a couple civilizations, we'll say, down here. Ooh. There's a little bit of civilization down here that you saw from the top there. So, or I guess on the map, more or less. Wait, why is that large Poe on this tree? I mean, not complaining. It's easy access to a large Poe. Oh, it's just a little baby tree. I've never seen these actually. I sound like I'm putting on a baseball hat when I say this, but I've never seen that. I've never seen it be so compact and small like that. Fight her way! Because I'm going to go chase that arrow. Another mine. Duval Canyon mine. Ah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think this is actually... crystallized shards, okay. This is actually one of the... Yoo-hoo! Zonai boys! I think that... Oh, I didn't need to do that. Oops. I think this little canyon down here is, once again, another one of those canyons that I really didn't see or really didn't realize was down here until I hit the very end game. Is there more? Yeah, there's more of it north. We're gonna go north now. But even though I clearly marked off, several light routes to the west, I'm gonna try and go east a little bit first, and then I'll loop back around west, and see, and then see what else I can scare up for trouble. I will say, so these zonite deposits, if I haven't said before, like, I'm very much gearing for large zonite a drop from them. These guys, because again, 3 of these or 15 of these will basically give us a full battery out the bottom there. I'm very much gearing to try and get those over anything else when it comes to a lot of this. I'm very much gearing for those when I'm doing any mining. But I can't influence the drop rate of this stuff, of the large zonite. I just have to hope the game is going to be nice today and give me the large zonite. That's really all it is. I'm just on the game's whim and whimsy. And there's no, like, guaranteed way to get it either. It's just... There's no guaranteed way to get it. It's just you gotta hope the game will drop it. I think there are some like zonite deposits that have like the shinies that glow off of them to say, hey, this is a mineral deposit. I think there are a handful of them that are basically will have a golden glow on them instead of a silvery glow. That basically says, oh yeah, totally. You can totally mine. You can totally have a better chance of good stuff from this one. Man, there are two canyon mines right next to each other, and no one told me. And throw it in. I'm getting a little weird. I'm being a little weird about throwing bombs because bombs, explosive force, or I guess technically I should say bomb flowers because that's what they actually are. But bombs are being a little more careful about throwing because the second they do collide with, it's an explosive force. It pushes away. So if I throw a bomb on top of... Ooh, I can go get another... Oh, actually, I could have gotten a full battery already. If I put, if I throw something with explosive force into an enclosed environment and the items inside that closed environment decide, hey, I'm going to go this way now. I got nothing I can really do to stop those items from flying to who knows where. I just have to accept the fact that they're gone. That's really all I got to say. They're gone. All right. I'm teleporting back up here for vantage point. Because walking like a moth to the flame, man. Because I very much could climb up the sheer cliff faces of that valley that we're down there, or that canyon, to get back up and continue on the adventure back to the east for a little bit. I'd rather just glide as far over there as possible. Because movement, while, like, running, yeah, running works in this game, and running is a little bit faster, as I've mentioned before. But running on foot has nothing on just gliding everywhere. Now my goal is to basically, my goal right now is to try and get as many Lightroots. Like, there's somewhere, I think it's around here, maybe a little bit more west, but there's somewhere around here where there is just like a sheer cliff wall with like one breaking point. Actually, you can kind of see the start of it. There's just like this entire sheer cliff wall that like circles down around here, and there's maybe a break in it somewhere around here or somewhere up here. Somewhere around that area there's a break in it where you can do a full loop. But I just want to get like a majority of this wall highlighted down here before I start heading back over to these points. And also you can see some of the bright bloom I flew down. I flew down to bright bloom. But yeah, some of the bright bloom I threw is down there. See that? Huh. That probably is what I threw. I just don't remember it. Anyway, what is down there at that encampment, by the way? Okay, a glider. A lot of times in the encampments, they'll have a couple classes of, I say classes like it means anything, but trust me, it will in due time. Down there at those encampments, there are going to be a couple classes of what spawns at those crafting sites. Oh, my. I'm about to run out of stamina for one. This is a bad place to fall. Okay. No, don't throw the bomb. A lot of those build sites, they usually have like a smaller, more they have several like smaller, more accessory style things you can pick up. They have a couple, excuse me. They have a couple like larger, more mobility focused attachments, and then they have one or two big things like main bodies for vehicles. And I believe the stone slabs they provide for some form of car. I'm taking the rocket up. They do have, like, the stone slabs that are in that area don't count against what is the big thing. Also, that means I'm going to need a spear. I guess it's a rocket spear. Rude. But yeah, like, of those encampments, like, there's not a lot. There's only like one or two of the larger things, and that could be the glider. It can be the glider or the parachute, or not the parachute, the hot air balloon, for like the larger things. Okay, I don't have a room for thick stick. Oh, Scooby-Doo, what have you done? This may be my downfall. I may have to approach from more northern areas. But they usually will have like one or two bigger contraptions there. And it's always like the same one contraption. Sometimes there'll be the rare instance where like a glider and a hot air balloon will be there. But basically when you look at one of those building points and you see a hot air balloon or a glider, the other one's usually not there, which means it's not worth it. And 9 times out of 10... the big equipment that drops there is useless. Speaking of useless, I'm going to go ahead and just cut away for a minute while I get to an area that will basically lead to like just around this side of this giant wall, basically. I'll actually take this opportunity to end the episode here. Everyone, thank you all so much for watching this episode of Tears of the Kingdom, and I hope to see you next time. Take care.